Rolling free, baby.
Rolling free, rolling free, rolling free. Just the sun and the wind and the road and me. I don't want to be tied to a load that I can't.
All right, Nath, how's it going, buddy?
Not too bad, actually, not too bad. And to be quite honest with you, I actually have a spring up on my step actually this time.
Oh, well, I'm glad somebody is, because if you can hear from my voice there, I'm all bunged up. I think I've got a wee bit of a cold or something. It's all right, but I'm just having a whinge, you know what I mean?
Aye, but that, it's part and parcel of what do you call it? That how someone else is feeling. Just it's
Oh,
no,
tell me why, cheer me up.
aye, yeah,
Tell
but
me why.
it's okay to feel like that. To be quite honest, it's
Uh,
also good as well. It's also part of the flu symptoms of life. To be quite honest,
well, fair
and
enough.
to
Well,
be
how come
quite
you're in a
honest,
good mood?
aye. But to be quite honest with you, I don't think that there should get you down at all.
No,
To
no.
be quite honest, because I just no, I just realised that the life in general is quite good, but it can also be disappointing. So if
Fair
I
enough.
were you, I would keep focusing on the tasks at hand in life.
Well, that's it. We'll keep on rolling, Edith.
Aye, do you get me now?
I hear you. I hear you. So tell me,
Aye.
cheer me up. Why are you in such a perky mood?
For me, well, well, this time actually, I've been doing a lot of soul searching lately, right? It was actually through music and music and watching different TV shows. To be quite honest,
Go ahead. Give me a
if
couple of
I,
highlights.
if I were to pick one show in particular, right, one show in particular, it would have been The Bell. To be quite honest, and and a couple of old game show classics. To be quite honest.
Go ahead. Shout them out.
For example, if I were to say oh either either bullseye oh either bullseye or the Price is Right.
Bullseye, the price is right. Remember Carl Pilkington talking about Bullseye? They're saying about they all looked as if they were all 50 years
Yeah.
old back in the 80s. They were 23.
I think it might have been the late 70s. It got underway actually first started the game show. And the first ever host was Jim Bowen. Actually, to be quite honest, and he was a bit oldish. And then each and every series of the show actually got different rules. If you know what I mean. And the prizes actually on the show actually were different, like speedboats, cars, even holidays, and even washing machines too, and even the odd and even the odd car.
That's right. That was the big prize. Hey, you were a game show man. Hey, there's definitely a game show that came to mind as soon as you mentioned you were watching them. I'm pretty sure I know one of your favorites.
Aye. So I would
Presented by
say,
Roy
uh,
Walker.
aye, our catchphrase,
Uh,
a catchphrase for about we show. So if I were to pick one more, I would have gone for Big Brick.
Jim Davison.
Jim Davidson, John Virgo.
Big
And that
snooker
was
fan.
ah, that was a great classic game show by none. But
We were doing a wee quiz there last week too, weren't we? After the podcast, and I shot out a couple of nicknames, and you were able to go for them. I'll ask you again. Who was the Rocket?
uh was the Rock and Rocket Ronnie?
Who was the Whirlwind?
Let me see. Jimmy White, of course.
Who do we have a good giggle at? Who was interesting? His nickname was interesting.
I've no idea.
Steve Interesting Davis.
Steve Interesting Davis.
Aye. What was the one you taught me? Which one that I didn't know about? Who was Dracula?
Dracula. I'm not 100% too sure who it was, to be quite honest. Oh, yeah. Ray Reardon.
That's the one. That's the one.
Aye.
And then another game show. Another game show was a big one for you. Hey, big one on Friday evenings.
Friday evenings. Not 100% too sure, actually, to be quite honest, but it was quite good.
Presented by No Edmonds.
No, I think it might have been Taliatics. Taliatics is a good one as well.
Mr. Blobby.
No's House Party, but it wasn't a game show, actually, to be quite honest. It was a talent show.
That's right. You're right enough. Right enough.
It was a talent show.
What's the one that has the hot spots?
Strike It Rich or Strike It Lucky.
Barrymore.
Aye, but there's a lot of different variations to different rules for it as well.
That's right. That's
right.
What about game shows or TV shows these days? Do you take any heed, Nathan, or are you over it all?
No, I'm not over some of them, to be quite honest. But if I were to say two shows in particular, I would have gone for The Bell or Inside the Island.
I don't even know them ones. Hey, big news this week I hear. Bowling Alley is open for business or very close to.
Aye. Aye. I couldn't thank you enough for your tutelage, to be quite honest. So I'm gonna get back in my aim really soon, to be quite honest.
Well, Nathan, you don't want to mess about. You just want to get straight in there and just smash it, mate.
Yeah. But that is life, actually, to different rules, actually, to be quite honest. But nobody else actually would not have made the perfect coach, to be quite honest.
What do you think is my best attribute in being a bowling coach, Nathan?
Given perfect advice, to be quite honest. Perfect advice, to be quite honest. Aye.
Yes.
But I'm not 100% too sure if you would be an actual expert at being a coach, to be quite honest.
Right.
If you know what I mean. Because there is a reason why I say that, and the reason why is because you haven't studied the rules properly. And the rules properly are, well, not as different towards the way they are now. This concept, this minute.
Nathan, you know me. I'm what they call a maverick in the game. I play by my own rules, and when we talk about rules, that's when I start to rebel, and that's why I just go on the attack.
Aye.
Anything more about me in my coaching abilities?
You need to concentrate a bit more, to be quite honest, than other sports. But your coaching abilities, though, are not as precise as what you think. Now I hate to tell you about it. I hate to tell you.
Right. Well, the reason why I've been hinting to ask you about my coaching abilities is because I still haven't received any money yet.
No, there's no money there.
You says you were going to send me cash.
Once the pandemic actually lifts, I will probably send actually not real money now, but pretend money.
No. You know me. I'm a simple man. There's a wee envelope with some cash, just some cash. Right?
What about a daredevil?
No, just send me the money, Nate.
No, you won't. No, but to me, actually, you would have been the perfect coach, but you would also be a daredevil. You should try. We should try different things. To be quite honest,
What do you reckon? What else could we do as a team?
I'm not sure to be quite honest, but we should come up with different names actually for our team. To be quite honest,
What are you thinking?
what about the donuts? Or would you disagree with that theory?
You should call our team the Donuts.
Yeah, but it's up to you though.
Well, it's up to me. I don't want anything to do with that, Nathan.
But it's up to you though.
No, well, they call me, which I get a wee bit embarrassed about. Everybody calls me Kid Dynamite, as you know.
But why
Uh,
is that though? Why is that?
I'm glad you asked, Nate. It's just everything I do, or everywhere I go, I hear people whispering, and I actually asked them, I said, what does people keep whispering when I come in the door? And they were saying, oh, just calling you a name. I said, what? And yeah, they call me Kid Dynamite, you know?
No, I mean the name you mentioned is not quite nice to be quite honest. Because because no, it would not be in a nice name for you. To be quite honest.
Kid Dynamite. Well, they
Aye.
also,
The reason why that I say that, right? Because they would have been consequences for it. And those consequences are, strangely enough, are getting a punishment for it, to be quite honest. And you would have faced a lifelong ban from it, to be quite oh bless you. No, you would have faced a lifelong ban for it. And if I were to say to you, right, 3 months banned from it.
nobody's going to ban me for nothing, Nate. You know what I mean? That's what I told you. I said, you stick to me, I'll take you to the top, and nobody will be able to say anything to you whatsoever.
Aye, but to replace you, right? Let's just say if you weren't down, if you weren't well, or if you were sick or not, I would have picked a different coach
Right. Well, that's interesting because you know in the contract that you can't have one. But anyway, what?
for replacement now. For replacement, you get me?
Well,
It's a
we'll be
backup.
careful.
It's a
But
backup.
tell me who would you replace me with?
I would, I would choose two people now. To be quite honest, two people, right? I would have gone for now. Let's just say, what about Roy? What about your parents? Of course, Roy. Of course, Roy. Roy. Or let's just say another one would be Paul.
You had asked me, brother Paul and my dad.
Or
Dave.
or ah for a backup. So no. Let's plan A, plan B.
Right.
You would
I'm
need to
over
consider. Aye,
the bone.
aye. But if you were to consider plan C, that's plan C. If you weren't feeling well, you get me?
Right. But what would them boys know about bowling?
Because they would need to research the rules and watch actually how it's played. But there is a lot of differentiation spot. There's actually different sports to study. If I were to say, for example, not motorbikes now, what about F1, F1 or football? So they would need to study that. Get what I'm talking about. But as far
Hey, back
as
to your back to your game, Nate. So remind me, what is your PB? What's your personal best? What's your highest
one
score?
158, 158.
What year was that?
I would love, now not this year now, maybe next year or the year after, a 300 game or 290 to be quite honest, because that would be perfect enough. That would be perfect enough for me.
What's been stopping you?
I wouldn't be sure enough to be quite honest, but I would think about a lot of loved ones in my life to be quite honest, because I would have done it for one person only, and that one person, sorry, is not you. But this other person actually got me through. Actually got me through a lot of different things in life, and I would have picked my other brother-in-law, Jeffrey.
So that would be your inspiration to get a perfect score in bowling.
Probably.
Jeff.
Jeffrey,
Right, right. Well, sure, he's only up the road, Nathan. Why don't you give him a wee call and get him to coach you?
I'll let you
Right?
do that. No, I'll let you do that.
No,
No,
no, no, no.
the reason
No,
why,
no.
pick, aye, the reason why that I pick him, actually, to be quite honest, because he's quite generous, right? Right.
Right.
But the thing is, though, this is the problem here. You never call him compliments, my sister, to be quite honest. But you would need a little lesson. Do you know what that lesson is?
What's that?
Appreciate family. That's it. Appreciate family.
I'm sure he does. I'm sure he does, Nathan. But I don't think he would have the slightest idea about bowling, and
But
I'm just wondering
capability, but the
why have I
capability
spent
of it.
why have
I,
I spent all this time trying to inspire you
aye. But I
to
would have
score?
gone for one of my dad's friends, to be quite honest. And one of this person's name, right? He played for Institute Football Club many years ago, right? And his knees got damaged. And his name was Ferguson, Charlie Ferguson.
Right. Okay. So well,
And
you bring names
I
for
known
the
him.
easy.
But I known him very well. It was through my Auntie Joan, to be quite honest.
Ah,
And it was many years ago, right, in the early 80s, right? I think it was 88 or 89. Joan introduced me. Introduced me to Charlie, or might have been my mum, to be quite honest. But but there's a lot of other friends in life, right? I would have also picked uh, Alan Welsh and yourself and Julie Welsh and there's Philip.
right. Well, it's good to know that if ever I have a wee off weekend, I kind of coach you, that there's a few names that come to your mind there, Nathan.
Aye. But they're
Ah.
not just coaches, but they're my best pals, to be quite honest.
Oh, aye.
There's a lot of other people that my father introduced me to, but I don't know them very well enough. And that his name is Liam Barr and his other friends, to be quite honest. But this one person that my mum does not like, and I'm gonna have to mention his name, Mike McBride.
Nathan, we're going to have to censor that name before this goes out to our thousands of fans.
Aye, no, ignore that name, ignore that. Not Mike McBride. What do you call him again? Philip Welsh. Aye,
All
Philip
right,
Welsh.
no more names that your mum doesn't like. I'm going to be up all night trying to edit these things out. Look,
Aye,
next subject, right? Zip it. Tell me this. Um, your partner in crime with the ball now, your dad. If you were to go mano a mano, man against man, father against son, in one game of balls when the ball now opens,
one frame, man, one frame.
who do you think would come up on top?
Probably me. Probably me.
Good, fair enough.
Because I'm left-handed, well, right-handed, as you know. But I have the most awkward, I have the most interesting spin on the ball, to be quite honest. And it actually feels like, I don't know, it feels like a flipper or a wrong, or I should say, a flipper or a wrong, to be quite honest. But you know those variations, right, in cricket, which your man used to call it, when you call him again, Shane Warne, the cricketer, and he actually invented the word the flipper as well, and he was a great cricketer by none. He was a great spinner.
Warney?
Mm. Most popular,
Yeah.
but there's a lot of I would I would have replaced you actually with another person in mind as well.
Well,
And
there's no need to. No, it's all right. It's all right. Yes, we'll go on to the next subject. Right. We're coming up to 20 minutes already, part of six, Nathan, right? This is going to be this is part 7 in our 10-part series. So, what can our listeners expect to hear from you over the next few weeks? How are we going to wrap this up?
A lot of great achievements, compliments from each and every person. Aye.
Very good.
Each and every person.
But this has to be about you, Nathan. You know, I don't want everybody. Huh?
Aye. If I were to pick not just yourself, but I would have picked a certain couple in particular, right? I would have picked either Daisy and Johners.
Right. So you want
I'll tell you something for nothing. They were the most uniquest couple that I first ever met in the late 90s. And I can remember actually if it was my sister Charlotte that introduced them to me. And ever since then, I knew they would go on to be one of the most unique power couple with their kids.
Aye. Well, maybe we could. I'll let Joris and Daisy know they're tuning in there and watch this episode because they've got a shout out. Any other shout outs you want to give anybody that's listening? And who else should we talk about in the next?
I would have gone your brother and then Dee Dee as well. To be quite honest, and a lot of your friends as well from down under.
Cool. Very happy to. All right. Well, that'll be an interesting couple of chats. Hey, Nathan, thanks for putting up with me snuffles tonight. Hey, and thanks for the bowl and all that stuff. And yeah, I'll have to edit out those names for you around now. Or should be raising with me. Too. Here. Let's book in next week, or if all is well, Nathan, and we'll tune in to do part
not part 8.
Aye. All right, mate. Catch you there.
Be safe.
Keep it.
We will. Yeah, you're not.